Hi Danny, this is Mike from Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine. And this is your s66. This will be the final test video just to make sure that everything is working perfectly, and we'll also show you how to thread the machine and wind the bobbin and how to work the various controls. You may already know all of this. You may be very familiar with this machine, but we're also going to post it on the internet for people that are not as familiar with the machine, so they can learn how to operate theirs. We'll start by winding a bobbin. Felt is important. It keeps your thread spool from spinning out of control. Put your spool on the spool pin, go around the first thread guide, then into the hole in the bobbin from the inside out. Okay. And hold the end of your thread while you wrap several wraps around the bobbin to hold the thread in place while you wind it. This is your bobbin winder over here, and this little thingy that goes back and forth spreads the thread evenly across the bobbin. So you want to put your bobbin on the bobbin winder with the thread going over the top this way, so the bobbin winds in this direction. Excuse me. Put your bobbin on the bobbin winder, turn the rubber wheel until the little pin clicks into place in the bobbin. Press down your bobbin winder until it locks into place with the wheel up against the hand wheel. In the center of your hand wheel is a little chrome knob, which is your clutch knob. You back that off 1/8 of a turn or so. Excuse me. That unlocks your hand wheel from the rest of the works of the machine, so that the rest of the machine doesn't cycle while you're winding your bobbin. From the bobbin, you want to go into the top of this little thread evenizer, whatever you call that silly thing. There's a notch in the top you want to go through, and there's a notch at the bottom. And then take up the slack here. Keep your finger on the spool up here, and that keeps it from going wild on you. And here we go. We won't wind a full bobbin, we'll just wind enough for our test this morning. Push the little tab in the back here, and that releases your bobbin winder from the hand wheel. Tighten your clutch knob and slip your bobbin off the bobbin winder. Open your slide plate, and with the thread coming off this way, off the back of the machine, back of the bobbin, you drop your bobbin into the bobbin case. Take your thread up through the little notch here, and pull it up until it clicks into place. To thread the machine, you come off your spool over the first thread guide between the discs of the bobbin winder, all the way around until you can catch the check spring at the top, right here. And when you pull on your thread, the check spring will move. That's how you know you got it right. Go under this big thread guide and through your take-up lever. There's a thread guide on the face plate and a thread guide down at the needle clamp. And then I always cut a fresh end on my thread so that the frayed end. Doesn't make it difficult to get it through the... There. Problem solved. There we go. To bring up your lower thread, you hold on to the thread coming out of the needle and turn the hand wheel towards you one full revolution. That wraps the thread around the bobbin and picks up the lower thread and brings it up. See, there it is. Go between the toes of the presser foot and out the back. So we have some broadcloth here. Excuse me. Lower your presser foot. That doesn't feel like much foot pressure, so I'm going to add a little more. This is your foot pressure adjuster, and there's a little tab on the back that releases it. You just press it down for more pressure. If you want to do some darning or some freehand sewing, press that little tab on the back and it pops up and releases the pressure on the foot. We're going to go down about halfway. Yeah, it feels a little better. Hold your threads and turn the hand wheel a couple of turns just to set your lock stitch. Yeah, I'm ready to go. This is your stitch length adjuster. It's forward and reverse. This actually used to be a screw type stitch length adjuster, which meant there was no reverse, and somebody found this cool little device in a magazine and ordered it and put it on the machine, and now you have forward and reverse, and you have a scale to go by. With the stitch winder, you just kind of had to guess at your stitch length. So we're going to go forward, and we'll go about that much. This screw-in thing sets your stitch length, so when you back tack, your stitches are the same length in reverse as in forward. If you're not setting your stitch length, just wind it out so you can go all the way from forward to reverse. The closer to 0 you are, the shorter your stitch. When you're on 0, you have no stitch. The fabric doesn't move. The feed dogs just go up and down, up and down, up and down. Yeah. This is your upper tension assembly. And it's really old-fashioned, so you just screw it out or screw it in to your desired tension. If your thread looks loose and loopy on the bottom, you want a little more tension. If it's pulling it up too hard, you can back it off just a little bit. In, of course, is more tension, out is less tension. Okay, we're going to sew. So, here we go. Got lots of good control. We go nice and slow so we can do careful things. Or you can speed it up a little bit so it goes long stretches. Let's take a look at that. Probably too small to see on camera, but it looks good. It's a nice balanced stitch. Again, your stitch length adjuster. forward, reverse, forward, reverse. No, that's pretty much it. She's a simple machine, and I recommend that you find a base for her. Either put her in a cabinet, which you can get at your local thrift store. The majority of used cabinets out there will fit a full-size Singer. Just measure the distance between your hinge pins and the size of the bed, and go out and find yourself a cabinet or an old sewing machine case. Or there's a guy online that makes really awesome, beautiful bases to put your machine in, out of exotic woods. They're a little spendy, but worth it. That's it. This is Mike from Stagecoach Road Vintage Sewing Machine, and if you've come across this video looking for information about your machine or grandma's machine, if you need your machine restored, if you're looking for maybe more machines to add to your sewing room, come to stagecoachroadsewing.com and you'll see hundreds of beautiful machines that we've restored, and there are a number of them that are still for sale, and we do this out of love. We are in no hurry when we restore a machine. Take our time, take the various assemblies apart, and clean them in the alcohol bath, and lubricate and adjust, and just make sure that she's working in tip-top shape. So if you're looking for a good machine, come to stagecoachroadsewing.com. If you have mom's machine in the closet and you've been wanting to do something with it, but you don't know where to start, and it's sticky and needs some help, send us an email, and we'll talk to you about getting her out to us. People ship their machines to us from all over the country for restoration, and we would love to work on your machine. So that's a lot of blab. This is your new machine, Dani, and I wish you many, many years of happy sewing together. And again, thank you for helping us to keep doing what we do. And I guess that's it. StagecoachRoadSewing.com.